guys, today I want to start the video with something that I've kind of avoided, and the reason why I've avoided it is because there's so many different people that say you should do it this way, or you should do it that way, or that way's wrong, or this way's right, and all these other things. And so the only reason I'm doing this is because one of you asked me to show how I clean my cast iron. I don't clean it the same way every time, because some things may have more stickiness to them, or they might have stuck more. Some things it's a lot easier to get off, things like that. So they're not always cleaned the same exact way, but one thing that I always do is I put them in the oven so they dry out really good, and then I oil them or put lard on them or something like that. I always make sure they're re-seasoned or re-oiled, whatever you want to call it. It's not seasoning them, but make sure the seasoning doesn't go away. This morning for breakfast, I did use 2 cast iron skillets. Now, the one way that I do it, I'm not going to show. And if I can remember to do it, I'm going to link the video where Fallon just used one of these. And it's a Lodge cast iron cleaner. It's made for cast iron, made by Lodge, who makes a lot of cast iron. And it's like chainmail on a silicone little do thingy. Neither one of my skillets are that bad, so I'm not worried about that. And then I have 2 more little gadgets here that are made by Lodge that I use sometimes. I might use one in one of the skillets. The other one I don't think I'm going to have to. This one is kind of like curved, and then it's got these for like if you're doing a griddle or something. I'm not doing the griddle, so I'm not worried about that. But I do like that one because it's a little bit bigger than this one to use the other side, the curved side. But this one and the red one came in a packet together, and they're both Lodge. Yeah, maybe you can see it, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got them from Walmart. Got the other thing from Walmart. I might use this in the one skillet, but the other one I'm not going to be using. So I'm going to get the camera turned down here and show you how I do it. But first of all, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be doing it one way that people are like, you are not supposed to do that. Like, everybody has a fit. Well, not everybody. A lot of people have a fit. If you use dish detergent in your cookware, in your cast iron. I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I don't want old food to be mingled with my new food for many reasons. And I know with cast iron, you still have the oils and all that stuff. You're never going to get all of it out, all this other things. But if I'm cooking something with tomato sauce one day, I don't want tomato sauce in my other thing that I'm not cooking with tomato sauce. So I'm going to thoroughly clean it. And I know that there are different ways you can thoroughly clean it. Like with salt, which is one way I'm doing it today. And then the other way I'm going to show you is with soap, which both of them I'll end up using soap anyway. It just won't be as much with the one. There's actually 4 ways I do it. The chainmail, another way is if it's pretty rough, if it's pretty stuck on, but I don't want to use the chainmail, I will put water in it and I will put it back on the stove and let it boil and let it get really hot. And then I'll take my scraper and I will scrape the bottom of it, because this does not mess up your seasoning on your cast iron. If you're not careful, this can mess up your seasoning if you scrub too much. But I've avoided doing this because of those reasons. Because people say all the time, don't use dish soap in it and don't do that. You know what? This is the way I feel about it. Like I do with everything else in your home. You do what you want to do with your home. You take what I say with a grain of salt, so to speak, and enjoy your life doing your things your way. I was never taught how to clean cast iron by anyone. My mama, I don't really ever remember her having cast iron. I'm pretty sure she did when I was really young, but I don't really remember it. My granny did. She used dish soap. She used dish soap, and she would put it in her oven because she has a gas had a gas stove, and it had a pilot light, and it was always warm in there. She'd let it dry out, and she'd put lard on it. That's the way I was taught to do it. That's the only, well, I really wasn't taught. I just saw her doing it. So that's how I learned. Otherwise, I had never heard anyone say, don't put soap in your dishes. To me, that's a foreign concept. It just is. But I'm going to go ahead and get the camera down here, show you what I do. But if you don't like what I do, that's okay. You don't have to do it. But I will ask you to refrain from saying anything negative about it, because I'm not going to change. It's not going to change me. And it'll just hurt my feelings. So just keep it to yourself. I'm pretty sure most of you wouldn't say a thing. But if you have a way to do it that is different than what I do, you can, you know, tell me. That's fine. But there's two ways I'm not showing you. I'm just going to show you these two. And if at some point that I remember, I will try to show the other two. But like I said, I'm going to try to just share that with Fallon's video. Or I can kind of tell you but not do it. So let me get the camera down here. I'm a bit nervous, y'all. Okay, so this is the one I cooked pancake and then I cooked eggs in it. And I also heated up some leftover potatoes for Jeff this morning. And it's not terrible. It's not real bad. I could probably just take a paper towel and wipe it out like that. And, you know, get all that oily stuff out and then do a quick soapy bath with it and let it go. Which I think is what I will do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you the salt trick with the other one. So let me go ahead and get this water hot. I want my water to be hot. And I'm sorry if this is loud. I don't know how to make water quiet. But I want my water to be pretty warm. And I'm going to take, well, that's more than I wanted, but part of it will still be in this anyway. And I'm just going to do a quick, I usually do it in the sink and make sure I get all the inside. And I'm going to rinse it really well. And if I go back and I find that it looks like it's still got some remnants of any food in there, I take that and I do it again. But that's all I'm going to do to that one other than the outside. And this is a Redstone, which I find that I really love this brand. I only have this one that I got from, it was either a thrift store or a garage sale or something. A yard sale, some kind of something like that. But the only thing I really wish is it had a flat bottom, because this right here name makes it do, it makes it less like it wobbles. Alright, well, I'm going to stick it in the oven this way. I could turn the water off. The oven is still warm from earlier. Alright, now this one has bits of sausage still in it. And I'm going to need some paper towels, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyway and dry my hands. But you'll see what I'm going to do. It has some sausage bits, like where I cook sausage in it, in there. So what I'm going to do is take table salt. I want to get rid of this table salt anyway because we don't use it anymore. I'll just refill Mr. Pig with the pink salt. Or else sea salt. Alright, so got the table salt in there. And I'm going to take some paper towel. And y'all might be having a fit. Oh my goodness, just use a paper towel. Some of you, I know you won't, but some people will. I don't know why. But anyway, I just start doing in circles with that salt. And the salt isn't abrasive, so it will pick up those bits of food. And I go in the opposite direction if I need to. There's some bits that are trying to be very difficult over here. This might be one we should have done with the boiling water, because there's some bits right here that's trying to be difficult. But if I do find that happens, I just take one of my scrapers And I go and I'm not pushing. I'm just lightly, like barely doing something. I'm not pushing. Because I don't want to dig in, you know, or anything like that. I guess I'm gently helping it release. Because certain foods will stay in your pan, like bacon and sausage and stuff. It sometimes happens. Okay, I think I have the majority of it. So now I'm going to take this paper towel and this salt that's left, because there may be paper towel in this salt. I'm going to get as much of that as I can and throw it in the trash. And then I'm going to rinse this really well with hot water. Hot tap water anyway. Alright, so now it's just greasy and salty too, but it's smooth on the bottom where I have gotten all of those bits of food out of there. So I'm going to take the same little scrubber, and these you can use on non-stick things, so I don't think it's going to hurt my cast iron. I just put a tiny bit of soap, do the same thing I did with the other one. Rinse it really well and put it in the oven upside down. Thought I missed a spot over here. If you do see that you missed something, just go back in with your little scraper. I don't guess I did. Maybe it was just me thinking that. I gotta do the outside. Always wash the outside of your things and the handles, because you've touched them and things, and I don't know, maybe I'm just a germaphobe, but I don't want to wash the inside of my underwear, not the outside. I know this is not underwear, but it's a whole lot different. This is something you're putting in your body, or you're not putting the cast iron in your body, but you're putting the food. Alright, so once they get dry, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And because, let me get this up here. Ugh. Whoa. Y'all calm down. Because I have, let me get this rinsed. I can't stand it being just sitting here, not rinsed, not cleaned up. I can't handle it. It bothers me so bad. Okay. Because I have, because I don't have the stove on right now, since it's just warm from earlier today, it's going to take a little bit longer for them to dry, but that's fine. I would rather them dry a little bit slowly than do it real fast, since this towel is a little bit wet from me. Y'all, I go through about 5 towels a day in the kitchen when I'm cooking at least 2 meals. I don't know why, but I do. Do y'all do that? Do y'all go through a lot of hand towels? It's probably because I wash my hands so much, but I put this fresh this morning, and I'm the only one that's used it, except Jeff used it one time. Now it's time for a new one. Maybe it's just me, but anyway, I am gonna let those dry, then I'll come back and show you what I do with the lard. And I need to do some other things in the pantry today, because as I told you with something else, with the cabinets, once you live in something for a little bit, you'll know what you've done wrong or what you need to change. And I need to change some things that are on this shelf to over here for those things down there, because Jeff and Noah are not even looking at that shelf except the 2 shelves that they can see. I'm not going to be able to record that. It's just something I'm going to do today. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of produce prep and show y'all that. Really, I don't know what else I'm doing. I don't have anything planned. What I'm supposed to be cooking for dinner, I don't think I'm going to, because I think it takes too long, and I didn't get it started this morning because I wasn't thinking about what I had to cook for dinner. So, as I said many times, it's your menu plan. You do with it what you want. You don't have to do exactly what is on that list. You can change it up. So, I'm going to change the meal we're supposed to have today to Wednesday. I'd love to know how to spell it. And then for tonight, instead of having what we were supposed to, instead of having that, I'm going to have to come up with something else. We had hamburger steak last night. We're supposed to have burgers tomorrow night. So, I don't know what we're going to have tonight. I'll have to figure that out. Because I don't know. But I can go ahead and mark off some of these bills that were paid. Since I'm sitting here, I'd have to get my what is that thing called? My phone to make sure, but I did not do what I normally do, and go ahead and look at my, what is this thing? Why can't I talk? I did not look at my planner when I first got up. There, that's what I'm trying to say. And the reason why is, y'all, Jeff was better. And then last night, whenever he went to bed, he said, I thought I was better. And I said, what do you mean? And I don't know, maybe he's sick again. Maybe it's just still the remnants of it. He just had a day or two of feeling better, and then it's just still like a little bit of the congestion and stuff. But I stayed in bed longer because after he said that last night, I couldn't go to sleep like I thought I was. So, I don't know. But he was feeling fine yesterday. That's what I don't understand. He was feeling just fine yesterday. And then he woke up. Alright, then before he went to bed, he felt cruddy. So I don't know. But I'm going to figure out what I'm cooking for supper tonight. And I guess I'll share something else with y'all. I don't know what. But like I said, everybody does their cast iron different. I do not do mine just one certain way. It's just according to how dirty it is. And I have been known when I cook certain things to do like you would a griddle and just use really super duper hot water in one of those scrapers. And like, you know, you do a griddle that way whenever you cook something like pancakes or something. And you could do that with a cast iron, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know why, but I just can't. And it's okay for you to do your things the way you want to do them. Now, I would not go into one of your houses and do it a way that you did not like. If you were totally against putting dish soap into your cast iron, I would never do that. Most likely, I would never clean your cast iron for you, though, because I don't know. But super hot temperatures, I know, helps clean it, and the water and all that stuff. But it's just the way I do things. I don't know. I learned from the internet, really. And I've not had any problems with my cast iron going, like, losing its seasoning or anything. I've not had any problems with it looking bad or messing up or getting, you know, where it had to be re-seasoned. So I'm going to keep doing it my way, and you can do it yours. And if you know, I don't know. This is the kind of thing that I'm always nervous about sharing, because there's so much controversy about it. There's so many arguments about it. And that's why you won't see anything about cast iron in the title of this video. So I'll be back. Okay, so I have finished with the, I don't know why I'm washing my hands. I just washed them. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'm losing it. I guess because I touched something a little bit greasy feeling, and I'm fixing to be touching something else greasy feeling. Okay, so now the dog's barking outside because, you know, she hears me. Anyway, I finished with the pantry. Hopefully it'll be better. Y'all know we'll be swapping it around more often. I'm sure. Again, I'm sure. This pan is just a little bit warm. Not hot. Not hot at all, but a little bit warm. So between the warmth of my hand, warmth of my fingers, and the warmth of the pan, this lard is gonna melt into this. And all I'm gonna do is rub it in really well. And you can do it with a cloth if you don't want to put your hands in it. I've done it with paper towel, and the paper towel just breaks apart, so that really bothers me. And I really only use this lard right here for my pans. I have used it for cooking, but it's mainly for my pans, so I don't know. I've used it for like baking and stuff because I don't buy vegetable oil anymore, the Crisco and stuff. Not that I'm against it. You can use what you want if you want to use vegetable oil. We just choose not to. You do what you want to do for your own self. You know, that's your business. So that's well done. And I'll just put a little bit on the other parts. I mean, it's really not, you know, in too bad a shape anyway. I mean, it's not in bad shape at all. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite small pan. And then I just hang it on my wall because y'all know I have my wall. So the only thing I don't like about it is the rocky rock. Let me put it back over here and grab the other one. And this is my Lodge, and it is dry, as you can see. It's completely, well, now I've got a little oil in there, or lard in there, but it's dry. And I just rub it around in there. That's all I do. And you just have to make sure your pans are completely dry. This is my favorite larger pan. I have one that's larger than this, and I can't say it's my favorite because it's the only one, so it's got to be my favorite. It's really big, but I love it. But this is my favorite of this size. I should say that. But it's just that simple. You don't have to, like, worry about everything having, like, you just don't, like, scrub it till the seasoning is gone, and you don't mistreat it. You make sure it's dry, and you re-grease it, re-oil it, re-whatever. I've heard some say do not put coconut oil in it. Olive oil in it. I don't know if that's true or not. I have used olive oil. I've used avocado oil. And I've used lard. And I've also used coconut oil. I don't know if it's bad to use that for this part. For this. Now you can cook with those other oils. But for this part, let me get this up here. Woo, sorry. For this part, I think it's fine. I mean, what am I saying? I don't know what's the best. Lard is the easiest because you can control it a little bit more, to me. Now, if I had beef tallow, I'd use that. but a solid, not a liquid. Even coconut oil would be better a little bit, I think. So I've got some clothes I need to fold. I'm not going to do that with y'all today. I need to do those vegetables and fruits. I am going to do that with y'all today, but I've got to get everything situated, and I've got to wash my sink again because I want to have a clean sink. I mean, the counters and all, other than my water cup, the counters and all, they're good. I've got some dishes here drying, and I've got some dishes in the dishwasher going, but otherwise everything's good. I don't know what I'm cooking for supper still. Y'all, I don't want to cook. Honestly, I don't want to cook. And that's terrible, I feel like, in some ways. But in other ways, I don't feel so bad about it. I kind of just want to do pizzas because I just don't want to do anything else. But then I think about, okay, well, Jeff's feeling under the weather. He needs a hot meal whenever he gets home. So I probably need to do something. I just got to figure out what. I just don't want to cook anything. And that's not normal for me. I think the reason why I don't want to cook today is normally whenever I've done food prep and stuff, I don't want to. It's like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. And I know I haven't done the food prep yet, but I have rearranged quite a bit in the pantry. I think it's going to be better. I hope it is. I've done that, and I've done laundry, and I've done other things that I haven't shared with you guys. I've edited a video. It's only 2:30, but I just feel like I don't want to cook. It's so terrible, I feel, for me to feel that way. But then again, I'm like, why do I feel terrible? I cook most every day. I shouldn't feel terrible. I don't know. I have this weirdness about me. But I'll figure out something. Even if it's just doing spaghetti or something, or taking something out of the freezer that I've already cooked, and you know, like a freezer meal type situation. I'll figure out something. I'll let y'all know what I think of. I'll be back. Okay, so I know a lot of what? Can't speak English. I know I bought a lot of produce yesterday, but really the only thing that I need to prep would be these, because if I cut up the cucumbers too early, they would get weird and dry out. Same with the peppers, or they'd get mushy. If I cut up the broccoli too early, it would get wilty and gross. And I really just, I mean, the celery and stuff, I don't need to do that. I mean, if you go ahead and wash it, then I'd have to find something to put it in. Maybe I will go ahead and wash the celery and put it in something, but I don't know if I really want to do that. I mean, honestly, the only thing that I was really concerned with was making sure the grapes get eaten, because if the grapes stay like this is wild. I've never had one this big. I mean, that was the whole bag. They're less likely to get eaten around this house by anybody but me. Everything else I'm gonna cook with. I mean, other than cucumbers. But, so, I mean, it's like, the other things won't be really eaten raw, most likely. And the person that will eat them raw will go ahead and prep it at that time, or I'll do it. So I'm gonna just wash the grapes and put them into, I'm gonna get my large doodad over there and do that. So let me get the salad spinner and that. I'll be right back. Okay, I've decided not to use my salad spinner. I'm just going to use this, because what's the point in taking that out when I can just use this to wash them with? I'm going to just take them off of the stem the way that these are already, and then I'm going to let them soak with a little bit of baking soda for like 10 minutes, and then I'll rinse them, and I'll show y'all that part. But I don't think y'all want to watch me sit here. I mean, I guess I could be doing it while I'm talking to you. But the reason why I go ahead and take these off These are huge. Noah, do you see how big these grapes are? They are ginormous. But he says he's gonna eat some now as soon as I get them done. But anyway, ooh, don't you lose it. The reason why I go ahead and do this is because I don't know how it is at your house, but at my house, if grapes are like this way, people won't eat them as quickly. I gotta put that down, it's getting too heavy. But if they are taken off and washed, they'll eat them up like they're just candy. And they'll choose this over candy a lot of times. I think I will go ahead. I don't know if they're even any good anymore. I've got some, what are they called? Tangerines or whatever. Halos or whatever. I got some of them over there in a bowl. Like I said, I don't know if they're still any good or not. Nobody's been eating them. I don't know why nobody's been eating them other than they just forget they're there. But that's another thing, that if I go ahead and I peel it and I put it in a bowl, it will get eaten. And I don't know why it's that way. It's just the way it is. And I can't say it's just the boys. I'm guilty of it too. I will grab a banana or an apple and wash that. Well, I won't wash a banana, but I'll wash an apple faster than I will a bunch of grapes, because grapes take more time. Now I'll wash some grapes like this and like pull that off and wash it and eat it, but not as quickly as I'll grab an apple or a banana. And it's just convenience. So I'm making convenience food that's healthier. That's what I'm doing. I'm making convenience food that's healthier. So it works. Sometimes I end up leaving a little stem on, but they can pull that off. I do it if I see it, but. And I think this big one is the right size for all these grapes. I hope they're good. They are very plump and very large. Alright, so, oop, there's one with a stem. I'm just going to put cold water in there all the way to the top of them. And about a teaspoon of baking soda. You can use vinegar too, but use whatever something that you're going to use to, you know, you would eat. Something you would eat, like vinegar or baking soda. Don't put dish soap in that. Already there's stuff, here, let me get down here while I go get the baking soda. There's already stuff floating to the top. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. And I'm gonna rinse it, so it's not a big deal. But I'm just gonna squish that around a little bit in the water. And I'm gonna let them sit for probably 10 minutes. Just like that. But I'm gonna put a lid over it just to make sure that we haven't had any more problems with flies, but you know, the minute I say that, there'll be one that comes in. We did have a bit of a cold snap. Let me go ahead and grab those, whatever they're called. Hopefully they're not bad or dried up. I'll be right back. Got to get my hand dry a little bit. Okay, so these are looking a little bit rough, but they still feel okay. So I'm just gonna wash them real quick, the outside of them. Where's my brush? Here, I'll use this one. And I need a towel. I'll get one of these cloths to sit it on after I wash them. But this is what I'm gonna do. And yes, I'm gonna use dish soap. A soft brush that seems to have potato peeling in it. Alright, so we'll get a little dish soap and just scrub it. Just like I would dishes. Because there's no telling what all has touched the outside of this fruit. time I get these washed and peeled, those others will be ready to rinse. And I'll rinse them a few times. And then they'll be ready to stick in the refrigerator and eat. Some people don't wash their oranges and stuff, but I do. I don't know if y'all do or not. And I don't do it like soaking them and stuff, but I like to do that. Maybe this one will be enough to fit them into after I peel them. I'll put the peelings into that. Now my fingernails are a little bit wet, so they're a little bit more flimsy. My nails are very thin. I do have a peeler, but you're not supposed to have to use a peeler with these. You know, they're supposed to be easy peel, but when your nails are flimsy, it's not easy. And I'm not going to peel this like I would if I was going to eat it right now. I'm not going to take all this little white stuff off and all that. I'm just going to get it started for everybody. They can do the harder stuff. They can do the rest, which Jeff and Noah don't care if it's even there. They'll eat it. I don't. I peel the other parts off. This smells so delicious. Noah! You want a cutie? I will open that and get that part out. You want a cutie? He can't hear me completely. He doesn't know what I said. He said, what'd you say? An orange. One of these. I'm peeling some to prep them so that they'll get eaten. Well, come get you one. Or how many do you want?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I'll tell you what.
I thought you were doing grapes.
I am, but I gotta let them soak. You can have grapes too. I don't know what I'm cooking for supper. What do you want? I'm thinking about being lazy and just cooking pizza.
Fine by me.
Fine by you. You don't care. If you want another one, just come get it. Or if you want to wait on the grapes, it'll be about 10 minutes or something. You got to get the white stuff out of it. You don't care? You're just going to eat the white pit? What is it? Is it sour?
No.
No? Then what is it?
Good enough I should get another one.
Good enough you should get another one? Alright, well here you go. I didn't peel it completely. Like all the white stuff off. Okay, I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me do this. I'm going to peel them and then I'll come back because this is probably torture for y'all to watch this. Because it takes me forever to get them done. Even though they're easy peel, they're not easy for me with my fingernails. Once I get them going, they're easy, but at first they're not. Something outside?
No.
Ooh, I like to drop it. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so these are done, and my hands smell fabulous. And it's been plenty of time for me to let these they soaked anyways. So what I'm gonna do is pull them out like that. The bowl I put them in is the one that the other things were in, so it's fine. And I'm just gonna let this sit here and drain for a second while I rinse these very thoroughly from all sides that I can get to, and squish them around. And I mean, if the baking soda is still on them, it's not gonna hurt anything because you can eat it. It won't be on there, but you know, still like to make sure that they're thoroughly rinsed and all that stuff. And I am going to let this sit here for a few minutes and drain onto this, and then I'll put them in the refrigerator. But they're ready to eat for whoever wants any. And Noah had 2 of those already, but if he wants more, he can have them, because that's what they're there for. I would rather anybody in my house to eat fruits and vegetables than to eat junk food. We do have a little junk food though. Not a lot. Not as much as we used to keep. We used to keep all kind of crazy like cookies and chips and candy and all that stuff. I don't think we have any candy except like chocolate chips that you bake cookies with or something. I did bake some more of those freezer cookies last night. I took 12 out and baked those last night for the 3 of us. So we had those. They only turn out to be about that big around. So they're not real big cookies the way that we did them, because I used a small scoop. But we don't care. It was a nice little treat after dinner. We were sitting there watching TV, Jeff and I were, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go throw some cookies in there. He didn't even know I was doing it. Noah didn't either. Noah was in his room, and I took them to him on a little saucer, and he said, I thought I smelled something yummy. Okay, that's good enough. I think this is... Alright. Put that in there, and then I can stick both of these things in the refrigerator, and they're ready to go. And you can't see what's in there, but you know something's in there. So there's that. And like I said, the other things, if I went ahead and done them, like the celery, I could do that. The best way to do celery is to store it in water though, once you cut it up. I could do that, but honestly, there's no reason for me to do that today. And whenever I do prep it, it's gonna be the day that I cook the Park City stew, which is what I was supposed to cook today, but I didn't do the things. And then whatever's left over, other than just a little bit for Jeff to eat raw, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the freezer for stews later. And I'll show y'all how I do that when I do it. And like the cucumbers, I'll wash them right before we eat them. And broccoli, I don't like washing it and cutting it up too early, because I've done that before and it gets really stinky, like stinky, but it's good for you. So I'm just going to continue washing clothes today. I need to film my planner videos for my other channel. If you guys are interested in my planner videos, the link for my planner channel is down below. It's Mama Cat's Home Plans is the name of it. And you'll know it's me because there's a picture of me on the profile. The profile picture is me. So there's that. But I think I'm gonna go for today. I've done a couple things, not much. Shown you a little bit of what I do. And the plan today is to continue washing clothes. I have about 2 more loads to, well, maybe 3 loads of clothes to do. Plus I really want to go ahead and shampoo my hair today, because I haven't done it in about 4 days, and it's getting to the point that if I don't, it's gonna start getting itchy because of, I guess, buildup. I don't know. Even when I don't put anything in it on my scalp, it still feels like it gets itchy. So maybe it's just dirty, I don't know. But I'm gonna go do that, I think. Shower and wash my hair, and we're gonna have pizza tonight because Noah seemed pretty excited about that. We do it about once a week, have pizza night, and nobody complains. I do need to go ahead and empty these too though, but those are still wet. So if I empty these and any of them are wet, I'll just have to put them on top of those, I guess. That knife is a little bit wet. But I keep finding things I need to do, and I just start doing it today. And I have done more than what I've shared with y'all. I did a bit, like I took care of the cat. I did the pantry. I mean, I've edited videos. I've cooked a meal. I've done things. If y'all had to see everything I do today in a day, you'd be like, no, I can't watch this woman anymore, because you'd get tired because you had to do your stuff plus watch me do mine. It'd be annoying. Might have me some eggnog later. That's what I drink my eggnog in, that little bitty cup, because it's so little. Alright, I'm going to continue to empty these dishes and put these away in the refrigerator, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'll be sharing something. And if you don't know, if you're new, what I do on my videos is just share a little bit of my day. Share what I'm doing. I never know what it's going to be unless like I'm planning like a collab or something, or and there is going to be a collab December 4th, just to let you know, and the time is different than what I normally upload. It's a few hours later than what I normally upload, but it's a collab with lots of other ladies. So if I do a collab or something, you know, that'll be different. That'll be planned. Or if, like I told you the other day, whenever I know I'm going grocery shopping, I'll plan that for the video. Or if Jeff and I are going to work on something, or Jeff, Noah, and myself are going to work on something in the house, that'll be a video I know it's going to be. It'll be planned, kind of. Never scripted, but sometimes planned. So, yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your day went, because I really do want to know, or how your day yesterday went, because most of you watch my videos in the mornings, and I put it out really early, so most of you watch in the morning. So let me know how any of your days have gone. If you're okay, let me know. And if you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below, and I'll add you to my prayer list. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.